Yes, I'm a minimalist, and yes, I spend money, and it's not always on minimalist things. And sometimes it's not just things I need. Sometimes I spend money on things that I want. So here's 5 things that I actually spend money on as a minimalist. Look, I'm self-employed. I don't make a ton of money. I make about $35,000 a year before taxes. I haven't done my taxes yet. By making videos and being a full-time YouTuber. All of my retirement has to come from me. So I try to invest at least 50% of my income so that by the time I am retiring age, I can actually do so and not have to be bagging groceries at Walmart. I don't look at this account, but I've made $10,000 just by moving money over. And this isn't to brag or anything or to show that I'm such a savvy investor. It's more so to show that I actually do invest most of my money and I don't just say that. I find it really disturbing that most of the clothing that the world has available to us is extremely cheaply made in China, is of poor quality, and made with very questionable at best labor practices. So when it's something that I use for hours and hours every day, and something that I want to last a long time and not be wasteful, I try to do my due diligence and know where my money is going and to buy clothes that are high quality. But I recently bought a bunch of clothes because they're made in the USA out of US made materials. And yes, it costs a bit more than if I were to get a cardigan in Banana Republic or Forever 21 or whatever, but the quality is much higher. It feels good to spend that money and to know that I'm supporting people's jobs and people's livelihoods. People that are making a fair wage have humane working conditions. And because it's such high quality, it's something that'll last a long time. Not something that I'm just going to throw away the next season. We're living in a time where most of the things that you're able to buy in a store are literally produced to be garbage so that you have to buy them again. Things are made to be disposable, and that's just not something that I personally want to spend my money on, nor do I even feel good about using those products in the first place because they're made to be garbage. I just bought this pair of waterproof boots. These are the most expensive pair of shoes that I've ever bought. They cost about $450 plus tax. These are Danner boots made and designed in Portland, Oregon. They're 100% waterproof, and most people say that they last 20 to 40 years of daily abuse. People walk literally across continents in these boots. That is how things should be made. Not only that, if you have any problems with them, you can send them back to be repaired. That is service, that is quality, and that's why I spend more money on the things that I use every day, especially my clothes. Like, I even did the math. A pair of sneakers on average costs like $80 if you want something like Chuck Taylor 70s. And if you wear them every day for a year, they'll last maybe that year. So that's $80 a year for cheap imported shoes. But if you get something that's really high quality, that's made to last as long as possible and built to be as good as possible, even if it does cost more up front, on the short end, these boots will last 20 years. Some people get more out of them. It's insane. $450 for the boots, over 20 years. That's $22.50 per year for the cost of owning a super high quality pair of repairable boots. People often think that high quality clothing and shoes and the stuff we use every day is more expensive. And yes, it is more expensive up front. But when you factor in the cost over the lifetime of those things, it's actually way cheaper, and you also get a much nicer product and a much nicer experience using that product as opposed to getting something that's cheap. And that's why I spend so much money on high quality clothes. It just pays for itself. I bought these Chuck Taylors because they said they're waterproof with Gore-Tex. They are puddle proof at best. Thanks for nothing. I had to learn the old adage, buy it nice or buy it twice, the hard way. I used to not eat out a lot. At most it would be like once a week. Absolute most. And that all changed when I got into a relationship. Now I eat out like 2 or 3 times a week. I generally like to eat at casual spots where it's like better than fast food, but you still don't have to tip. Oh my gosh, tipping. But sometimes the fiance, oh yeah, I'm engaged, wants to eat out at a place nicer than that. So that's just part of being in a relationship. I spend maybe, I would guess, upwards of $3,000 to $3,500 a year just on eating out. I'm not proud of it, but that's the truth. But something that I can be proud of are my hobbies. As you can see, I am very into music. And look, this is my bedroom. I'll give you a quick little tour. And my friend said, this is more of a music room than a bedroom, just by volume. This is my little bed. It folds out. It's a little Japanese bed. But yeah, it's more of a music room than a bedroom. But it's something that I have to do. I've tried quitting music just out of practicality so many times, and it never works. I've sold guitars, then I bought back guitars. I've sold guitars again, then I bought a bass. And then I was like, no, actually I like drumming the most, so I'm gonna do that. And oh my gosh, drums are so freaking expensive, dude. This little freaking hunk of metal's $300 and that's cheap. And then I got back into playing guitar. In the last video or something, I said like, oh, I quit buying guitars. That was a lie, because now I'm writing songs, and that's... And then I also got into collecting vinyl records because I hate streaming. It just cheapens the music. I'll make a whole nother video about it. But this is a very expensive hobby, but it's something that nourishes my soul, actually. Like, when I don't have a way to express myself with an instrument, or many expensive instruments, I actually get depressed. It's nuts. It's not just a hobby. This is my life. Like, I cannot live without music, and so I spend lots and lots of money on it. Okay, all right. Let's do a quick tally. $480. $150. That was a good deal. Not mine. Drum set. That was $1,700. Cymbal, $300. Another cymbal, $400. Stand, I think that was like $250. Oh my gosh. Pedal, freaking pedal. That all it does is, but it makes me so happy. $350. This was $200, and then the bass amp, which is not working anymore. Again, buy it nice or buy it twice. I'm getting it repaired. Oh my gosh, that's so expensive. That was $300. And then this was a gift. The record player and the speakers. But all of the records were not gifts. I've spent maybe $700 on records, and I just got into it 2 months ago. Not exactly monk-like spending, but I will also gladly spend money on this hobby that is not just a hobby, but more like my life. On bicycles, because I don't own a car. This is my main form of transportation, and it makes me so freaking dang happy. So I try not to spare too many expenses when it comes to bicycles. Also, this makes me money. If you guys don't know, my first YouTube channel, my main gig that is my main job, is making bike review videos and cycling content. Let me know in the comments below if you guys found my channel because you know who I am as bike YouTuber, or just because you like and found my content somehow. Another main way I spend my time is gaming. I spend maybe $30 a month on games. I am currently playing this Japanese game where the high school students have to get naked to pilot big mechs to save the world. I swear I didn't know that was the premise of the game. I swear it's one of those story-based games where they say the less you know the better, but you just get into it and gets good, but it's just weird still. But I also have no problems in spending money on experiences, mainly traveling and going to concerts. I like experiences, like taking a trip somewhere new with friends and family, or going somewhere and experiencing a live show, just because those create memories, and life is but a collection of memories. And if you don't have memories, and if you don't have memories that you cherish, did you really live your life? Those are the things that make me feel alive, as cheesy as that sounds. And memories, unlike things, appreciate in value. You learn to cherish them more and look back at those photos and those memories and those stories more fondly as time goes by. Whereas this $300 hunk of metal is only decreasing in value, and anything or most things that are physical in our lives only decrease in value. So it really is a no-brainer for me to spend money on trips, on concerts, on making stories.